Okay. Okay, stream's online. Plane is pre-flight, ready for clearance call. We're talking 1219er, that's Bradley. Bradley Ground, United 210, IFR to Toronto.
Bradley Grant, Canadian Express 257 at signature, ready for taxi.
Canadian Express 257, Bradley Ground, good evening, server cycle transponder squawk 7304.
Squawk 7304,
One ready to Sierra Water Park and cargo, we'll go to ground, we'll start one end of the guy.
Left trucker calling Bradley Ground, let's go through Bay Broken.
Come on, being difficult. Actually, I can set that here.
Bradley Ground, good evening, Lone Star 1 Heavy off at 24 Sierra Juliet, taxi to cargo. Yeah, Lone Star 1 Heavy off at 24 Sierra Juliet, taxi to cargo.
Lone Star 1 Heavy Bradley Ground, welcome to Bradley, sir, taxi to parking via Sierra Left Uniform guy.
Sierra Left Uniform, Lone Star 1 Heavy, guy.
Canadian Express 257, thank you, for runway 33, taxi via Alpha, Juliet, Sierra, hold short of runway 6, sorry, hold short runway 24.
I can actually see plans in FedEx.
Hold short runway 24, Canadian Express 257.
There's another United in the terminal. Bradley United 210, IFR to Toronto. Oh, 12175, so I actually have a clearance delivery frequency now. Bradley clearance United 210 IFR to Toronto. I hear people. The question is, can they hear me?
Yeah, 008 with information Golf is ready to copy clearance, sir.
Unit 008, Bradley clearance clear to the Toronto Airport via the Bradley 4 departure. Then enters Chester, Charlie, Tango, Romeo, then as filed. Maintain 4,000, expectable of 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.35, squawk 7305.
United 88 is clear to Toronto Pearson, Bradley 4
Double eight
departure,
is
to 4,000
part of my airline.
Flight level 380, 12
Kevin
minutes after
Finch,
departure.
he's
10 minutes after departure. Departure is on 123.35, squawk 7305, United 008.
his aircraft that's
Unit
just
008, readback is correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for taxi. Have a good flight.
Thanks, sir.
yeah, I'm not thinking he's picking me up. Did you hear audio by chance? Yes. Okay, so he's just getting my clearance all squared away. Sweet. I still don't have a clearance. Man, it's taking forever. It must be busy. As soon as it'll get my clearance, we'll get ready to go. Still nothing from Bradley delivery yet. 121.9er is my ground frequency. Tower is 1203. Departure will be
Unit 674, Bradley clear.
$395. $12395. Okay, so that's my departure frequency. that all put in. Man, United 8 called up, got his clearance right away. Delivery here's me. This is really odd. Wonder how long I should wait. The plane lining up for takeoff. Let's watch them take off while we're waiting on our clearance. Oh, there goes United 8. United 8's flying with me tonight into Toronto out of Bradley Airport. This light is blinding me, so I'm actually going to cut that off. Okay, it's been coming up to 6 minutes now. I wonder if I should contact the controller again. Hey Kevin, you still here?
Yeah, I am.
Hey, did you hear me calling on clearance delivery by any chance? For United 210?
I didn't notice 210. I heard a couple.
Okay, yeah. It's been almost 10 minutes and no clearance, and you called and pretty much got one right away.
Yeah, and you're calling 121.75?
Yep. We even sent a text message coming up to 12 minutes, still no clearance.
Okay, did they offer you a amended route?
No, nothing. He didn't even respond other than he heard my call.
Okay, try it again. I'll let you know if I hear it.
Bradley Clearance United 210. Do we have an ETA on the clearance? Did you hear the call that time?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm going to restart X-Pilot real quick, see if that fixed it. I mean, I can hear everyone else.
Yeah, have you done any upgrades to X-Pilot or anything like that? Maybe your push to talk about has changed or anything like that?
No, nothing changed, just fired it up like I did last week. I mean, everything's working in TeamSpeak. Who knows? Let me just restart X-Pilot and see if that fixes it.
Sure.
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Yep, the mic is picking up. One 2 1 7 5. Bradley clearance, United 210, IFR to Toronto.
United 210, Bradley clearance, hello, clearance to West Standby.
That was fine.
Okay.
He replied, so I shouldn't.
Yep, I think he was still working the clearance from when I messaged him by text, but at least I got a response by voice that time.
United 210, Boston, Bradley clearance, Cyber clearance, address and copy.
Ready to copy, United 210.
United 210, clear to the Toronto airport via the Bradley 4 departure vectors Chester, Charlie, Tango, Romeo, then as filed. Maintain a 4,000 successful to 8010 minutes after. Departure frequency 125.35. Squawk 7301.
Clear to the Toronto International via the Bradley 4 departure, then Charlie, Tango, Romeo. Climb maintain 4,000, expect flight level 280, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.35. Squawk 7301, United 210.
United 210, read back to the correct call for taxi. Your correction, contact ground point 9 or 100 for taxi on this flight.
Contact ground point 9 for taxi, United 210, have a good day.
Yes.
Okay, that worked.
Perfect.
Thanks for the help. Let's see.
No problem.
Yeah, I've been just like sitting here burning fuel, ready to go, so it's like, man. Have you taxied yet?
No, not yet. Just going to push and call for taxi.
I think I see your plane at the gate. It's another United Colors.
Yeah, number 7.
I don't have any tags over the planes, I just see the models.
Yeah, I know, I just meant at the gate, so.
Gotcha, I'm sitting at the gate too. Okay. Point 9 for taxi. So we push our discretion and then taxi, so. There's like another plane inside of my plane. Just put in our spot code 7301. Squawking mode C. And we are squawking mode C 7301 confirmed. Tower frequency is 1203. Okay. Bradley Ground, United 210, Gate 2, ready for taxi.
United 210, Bradley Ground. Good evening, Sierra Romeo 43, taxi via Sierra.
Runway 33 via Sierra, United 210. 33 via Sierra. I've flown out of Bradley before. Okay, so departure arrival. We will be departing Bradley 4. Runway 33. Execute. Legs. Radar vectors to CTR. Awesome. And let me just grab my plates. Bradley 4. Climb heading 328. Course sign. Then it's okay, so it's radar vectors on course. 33 via Sierra. So it'd be a right turn. All right. We have to put rotation lock on so that doesn't happen. Okay, we are ready to taxi. A little bit heavy with fuel today. Looks like it's sun setting on me on takeoff. Getting a solid 35 frames a second. It's not bad. Off with the 4 monitors.
Attitude 10, monitor tower 120.3, on red flag.
Contact tower decimal 3, United 210.
Attitude 10, monitor tower.
Said monitor tower 120 decimal 3, United 210. Rather ground United 210, holding short runway 33.
United 210, you're still on ground, monitor tower 120.3.
Tower 120.3, United 210. Said monitor not contact, but okay. It's odd phraseology there, not used to that. Bradley Tower, United 210, holding short, runway 33 SCR.
United 210, Bradley Tower, dealing runway 33, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 33, United 210. Departure frequency 12395.
United 210, fly heading 310, runway 33, clear for takeoff, traffic, Bombardier, Challenger, 515.
Copy on the traffic, fly heading 310 after departure, runway 33, United 210.
Exact 823, traffic, Boeing 737, cross the runway. Right here.
Entered runway 33,
Roger,
6,700 feet remaining.
Knots.
Climb power, flaps 10.
United 210, contact departure.
Contact departure, United 210. Bradley departure, United 210, 3,400, climbing 4,000.
United 210, Bradley departure, reset your transponder, squawk 7366.
Squawk 7366, United 210.
United 210 radar contact, turn right direct Chester, climb maintain 10,000.
Right direct Chester, climb maintain 10,000, United 210. Why am I getting all this stutter all of a sudden? Let's see. We're going direct Chester.
United 210, contact Boston Center 123.75.
Contact Boston Center, 23.75. Good day, United 210.
See you.
Get this autopilot on and reduce my workload. I'm playing, what are you doing? What's my plane doing all of a sudden? This happened yesterday.
Charlie Golf, Kilo Romeo Yankee, Boston Center, Roger. The Syracuse Altimeter 3001.
Damn it, why is my plane doing this?
Very good, number.
Yeah, Charlie Golf, Kilo Romeo Yankee, remain on this frequency, and the Syracuse Altimeter 3001. You're just a little bit outside of my range, but you'll be able to hear me better in about 5 minutes, right on this frequency.
Have another flex failure.
Boston Center, Westman 209, or flight level 2744, flight level 240.
Westwind 279, correct, Westwind 209, Boston Center, descend via the J-Fund 0, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 3001.
Descend via the J-Fund 4.
I don't have time for a flex failure right now.
J-Fund 2
Time for J-Fund 2 arrival.
Dragon 1, we're losing you a little bit. We're still on your frequency.
Dragon 1, yep, you're in the right place. Westwind 209, I just want to make sure you have the J-Fund 2 arrival, runway 22 left.
2 left, Westwood 209.
Have
It's fly heading of 200. No. I gotta get this plan in order and get my MCP because trying to do this with keyboard and mouse is super impossible in a cockpit like this. Okay, so let's increase our speed 250. Come on, autopilot. Flight director's on.
yeah, T10 Boston Center.
Boston Center United 210, go ahead.
Check on 99, 210 Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
I maintain flight level 230 United 210.
Boston Center, good day, WestJet 3602, Visual Level 230.
Russia 3602 Boston Center, good day, just going to maintain flight level 210.
710, WestJet 3602.
I don't know what you're doing, airplane.
Westwind
Never had
209,
this
good,
problem
speed
before.
restrictions maintain 310 knots or greater.
310 knots or greater, Westwood 209.
Put her in a climb. Okay, now I've got the plane under control. That was probably the worst autopilot engage that I've ever experienced. For some reason I can't use the
Ladies and gentlemen, the passenger
SciTech
Yeah, 210, that's make sure
When the captain
you're heading direct to Cambridge now, Charlie Alpha Mike.
off the cabin. When you are in your seat, please keep your seatbelt
Boston Center United 210 is making a course correction to get back on course so I can proceed direct to Cambridge if you would like.
Just, yeah, 210, another direct Cambridge, please.
located in your
Proceed direct to Cambridge United 210.
Don't stand near the
American
left.
59, 33.
You mean if you use all of
Yeah, 008, passing through 900,000 feet.
safety, please make sure
Yeah, they Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Flight level 230, United 008.
I gotta figure out what this jitter is. It's
Six two one
gonna
thirty.
be really annoying.
JetBlue 6130 Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230, JetBlue 66130. 69 Boston.
After you connect to the United Wi-Fi network, go to unitedwifi.com. You can access united.com and the United app free of charge, where you can check flight status and more.
Westland 2 dash, check like you want to send via the around, please.
Yes, descending via the J-Club to arrival, Westwood 209.
Cambridge.
Runway 22 left of Boston, altimeter 3001. Economy, a variety of snack boxes and refreshments are available to purchase, as well as freshly prepared meals from our bistro on-board menu. You can find more details about the menu in the back of Hemispheres magazine or the Take-Back Guide.
Boston Center, American 69 with you, about 3 nautical miles from top of descent.
Discover or American Express.
American 69 Boston, go ahead, send via the J-Club to arrival, runway 22 left, Boston, altimeter 3001.
Let us know if there's anything we
Alright, descend by the J on arrival, 22 left for American 69 Heavy, we have the weather.
American 65, thank you, 19250, that's the line.
Alright, 25 or less for American 69.
United, National Center United 674 with you at flight level 100.
United 674 Boston Center, hello, climate maintain level 200 and maintain 25 knots to advise.
Climate maintain 200, maintain 250. United 674.
5 minutes over complete.
Dragon 1, proceed as requested, report back on.
Wilco.
United 210, connect Boston Center on 128.32.
Contact Boston Center 128.32, United 210.
For traffic, Air Canada 1197.
Delta 153, we got hold that traffic in front of you for a climb to 3000.
Thank you.
I'm assuming you're not using real world weather.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Negative. I am using active sky, so it's real.
Okay, I think that it might need to be updated there because you've got a 100 knot overtake on every single other plane. Everybody else is having 120 knot headroom.
Oh, that's not good.
25.
Yeah, make that 130 after I level 320.
72 knot winds.
Air Canada 240, you get the traffic, 1 o'clock, 1 mile out of the
Passenger Escobar. This is in regards to a special meal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
Really a call for passenger Escobar?
United 008, with you climbing through flight level 200 for flight level 230.
United 008 Boston Center, climate maintain level 380.
Flight level 380, United 008.
Boston Center United 210, flight level 199, climbing flight level 230.
United 210 Boston Center, United climb maintain level 2. Actually, United 210, maintain level 240 for now, high 40%.
Climb maintain flight level 240, United 210.
No, great. About the focus.
Delta 2213, traffic at your 2 o'clock, 3 miles northwestbound. The Airbus A330 heavy climbing through flight level 310, same altitude about, climbing out for San Francisco, so we'll be to the northwest of you.
Yeah, we got it for rising money.
Delta 2213, I understand you wanted to step out of the cockpit.
Yes, well,
Delta 2213, roger. I appreciate it if you could make it as short as possible to report back.
all one of those.
Bridge 584, contact Cleveland Center now on 134.12.
3412, give us a steer.
41 Tango Cross John, that's by level 320. Yeah, 41 Tango, that was all static, just confirming Cross John, that's by level 320. Descent to 320, Cross John to 320, transform second. Yeah, 41 Tango, it's your discretion when you start your descent as long as you cross John, that's by level 320. I'm not sure it's transform second. United 008 vectors for passengers. United 210 climb and maintain for level 280.
Climb maintain flight level 280, United 210.
Air Canada 240 contact Cleveland Center now on, Cleveland Center 134.12. Monkey 450, nothing big yet. So, 133, that's that. That was 2215, thanks for all the time. United 008, what's your plan to Mach number and cruise?
With the Mach decimal 795.
Mark out a flying the plate.
American 544, contact Boston Center now. The 135.3.
Lincoln to arrival.
35, 32, right, 546. And Air Canada 2997, cross Dawn, that's by level 320.
Level 320, pass Dawn, Air Canada 2997.
Air Canada 1197, say your plan to cruise Mach speed.
My Mach speed is 1783.
So what's your planned Mach number at cruise?
Oh, it's, I believe it's 0.79.
Okay, you believe, or is it,
Okay, nice. It will be 0.79 for Air Canada 1197.
thank you. United 210, say Mach number.
Mach 0.79 or United 210.
United 45, but I won't be there. What's your best Mach number?
Fast forward Mach speed, United 210.
United Dennis question. What's your best forward
Oh.
quantity?
I could probably give you a decimal 81 United 210.
Roger, stand by. Yeah, Canada 2297, stay Montgomery.
Mach 0.82, Air Canada 2997.
Hey, what's going on, Andrew? What's going on, Ryan? Yeah, I'm not sure what the mic issue was. That's the center United 210 you were stepped on.
Yeah, 210, best forward speed.
Best forward speed, Mach 0.81 United 210.
Thank you.
See if I get an overspeed warning with these winds.
That's a good evening, United 45, level 220. United 45, Boston, hello, London, level 360. Left 2 level 260, United 6. United 674, Boston.
West Pacific has a 674 with US flight level 220.
United 674, Boston, hello, flight maintain level 260 and do not exceed Mach 0.78.
Climb and 260, not exceeding Mach 0.70.
See, is the tower you're speaking with a real person? How many fools she left? If not, yeah, so it is a real person. Just like there's people flying airplanes on the simulator world, there are people that are simulating air traffic control. So right now I'm part of a network called VATSIM, Virtual Air Traffic Simulation. And they provide a network of air traffic controllers that we can fly with to make the experience more realistic.
JetBlue 633, 125.77.
And I've got 2 United company flights along me with this event. So I have my event coordinator flying United 8, who took off just after me, so he should be somewhere behind me.
Where are you? Well, we are 30 miles from Hannah, heading west. American 447.
Okay, I'm flying direct to Puppy.
And for JetBlue 650 over to 125.77, thanks, everyone. Yes, thanks. Yeah, American 447, right along.
Boston Center Jazz 8466 with you, climbing 5000 for 2230. That's 120 when able to transport.
Yep, Jazz 8466, Boston, hello, climb maintain level 270.
27 for Jazz 8466.
And those other people, those other airplanes calling in are actual real people flying as well. Sit up. Dead row. Sigod. Virgo.
Cathay 1975, turn left heading 090 vector sequence. Left 090, Cathay 1975. United 674 did not exceed Mach 0.77 now.
Mach 0.77, United 674.
Something's not right.
3108 Boston. I show you, confirm you're still Mach 79, sir?
Looks like we've crept up to Mach decimal 8, sir. You want us to scale it back?
Affirmative, please. Do not exceed Mach 0.79.
79, United 008.
Boston Center, JetBlue 1717, clear true, flight level 190 for flight level 230.
JetBlue 1717 Boston, hello, climb maintain, flight level 136 now.
Climb to the 260 for JetBlue 1717.
Negative, JetBlue 1717, your cruise altitude, flight level 360.
Alright, clear to 360 for JetBlue 1717, thanks.
Boston Center, Canada, 589, passing 12.
You're Canada 589 Boston, hello, climb maintain, flight level 310.
310, Canada 589.
Delta 2213, reset transponder, please. Block 4762.
Okay, just set up our arrival procedure.
Delta 2213, that's for you. Reset transponder, block 4762.
Crosswalking.
Cathay 1975 has an amendment to your route advisory copy.
Good.
Stand by, I apologize. KNX 41 Tango contact Cleveland Center now 134.12.
Over to Cleveland, 134.12, China School, Tango, thanks for your service.
Anytime, take care. Cathay 1975, you're cleared to Boston, Logan International. Your present position, direction Kennebunk, that's Echo November, Echo VOR, to join Ocean 5 arrival. That's the Oscar Sierra Hotel November 5 arrival. And maintain level 370.
Yes, we got it, no problem. Direct cab out for the Ocean 5, Disney 1935.
Yeah, you can, sensible on 4B, do not exceed Mach 0.79.
Do not exceed 0.79 United 210. Okay, he just slowed me down. Looks like he's trying to sequence some people. See,
Do not exceed Mach 0.78.
Mach 0.78, United 008.
see, Andrew, we're flying into Toronto International, CYYZ International Airport. Does the FMC work on my sim? Yes. So I'm using an iPad for my FMC, so I can actually bring up my actual flight progress. It matches everything that's on the screen here. So you'll see, like, as I change my views on the tablet, it changes on the flight sim as well. So I can view anything that I want.
Are you still climbing, sir, or are you level there at level 340?
So in short, yes, the FNC is working on my sim. It took about a week to get that working right. So I just realized I'm not subscribed to charts for Canada, so I had to pull it up online real quick to fly this arrival.
Turn 20 degrees left for state. Affirmative.
Alright, so we're about 20 minutes from our arrival into Toronto.
2213. Traffic is if you're walking 2 o'clock, 6 miles westbound is a Boeing 737 at flight level 30. You're going to get to, sir, 23 is left, not to the right, to the left.
Military left.
Yeah, turn into the particular right.
This tablet's about to die.
Boston Center, Air Canada Forward 24 is with you, level at flight level 230. Air Canada 424 Boston, climb maintain flight level 340.
Let's see,
280.
how does the FMC work on my sim? So I'm using something called Air FMC. It's made by Haverside Air.
340, Air Canada 424 heavy.
That's what he's just gonna do. If you want, we can go for 40,000.
Nope, I prefer you just turn the 20 left, then I'll get you. Don't worry about it. Air Canada 1197 cross, gone, that's level 320.
Cross goes at flight level 320, Air Canada 1197.
Yeah, 8466 cross, County Belt Cat, flight level 240. County Belt.
Let's see, is this X-Plane? Yes, it is X-Plane.
That's Echo November.
Okay, that's it for 8466.
How is the new yoke?
Canada 2297 contact.
Ryan, this new yoke is freaking awesome. I love it. It's so smooth. It's got full 90-degree rotation. I'm not going to turn it now because, of course, my plane's flying and I really don't want to mess up
Canada 2297, Cleveland.
autopilot.
112 and start 15 cents up by level 320 now, please.
You say, are you calling for Air Canada 2220?
It looks like I did.
That's right. 2997.
Affirmative, I apologize. Air Canada 2997, descend maintained by level 320. And
So yeah, this new yoke from Honeycomb Products is freaking legit, man. It's got about 5 inches of yoke travel. It has a lot more resistance than the Cytec, and it doesn't have that detent in the middle that's as pronounced. I really love the trim buttons. They're actually split buttons where you have to press both to actually use the trim, which is a real safety feature in an actual airplane. I don't use them, but it does come with all the typical lights and switch panels you would see in your 172. It's all built into the yoke instead of having to use the Cytec panels. I think someone else asked if I have my autopilot and radios. Those are actually Cytec flight controls. Aside from the autopilot, everything else works with this plane and X-Plane. The autopilot module does not work with the MCP on the 737. So if you go back to the very beginning of the flight and you saw me fiddling around trying to get the autopilot engaged for like 3 minutes, that's because I was trying to fly and, you know, work on looking at 3 different places at once. See, what do you use to hook up the side check panels to explain? Do they work out of the box, or do you need,
United 008, do not exceed Mach 0.77.
does it have input feedback? Is it even a thing for flight sim?
United 674, do not exceed Mach 0.76.
Do not exceed Mach 676, United 671.
American 254, Boston, climb maintain level 360.
Let's see, what do you use to hook up the side check panels to X-plane? Do they work out of the box, or do you need spec?
Thanks for the help.
Let's see.
Boston, turn out on 128.75. On the X75, number is Captain 1975. Air Canada 589, by the time you get to cruise right now, you're probably gonna have to start the descent again. So that's just maintain level 270.
Right, 270, 10 by then.
Boston Center, good afternoon, with 42 Charlie, flight up 310, heading 090.
United 674, turn right at X360.
To the right, going 360, 674.
Very good, Dave. Hopefully I answered your question with that one. So the side check panels do work out of the box with the default X-plane aircraft. Some of the features are limited with the default Logitech plugin, but you can download something called X Side Check Panels. It's a third-party plugin that allows you to remap any of the buttons or knobs to any function that your custom aircraft may have.
No, it's 13412. Again, I told you to descend to flight level 350. So start that descent.
350, I'm sorry, and Cleveland Center was 3. Can you say, say again?
Okay, I'll tell you what, Air Canada 29, maintain flight level 370. I'll let that, now you're in airspace, so I don't want you to descend yet, because you're in airspace now. So maintain flight level 370, again, Cleveland on 134.12, 34.12.
34.12, Air Canada 2997. Thank you.
Delta 1156, contact Cleveland 134.12.
134.12 for Delta 13664, and sorry for this speed.
Will I be talking to Cleveland? Doesn't look like it.
Let's get 42 Charlie.
Okay, 008. What's your 42 Charlie say? Go ahead.
Yeah, 008 is about 15 miles from top of the sensor. Do we have a restriction for 32,000 at Boston?
United 008, descend maintain level 320 now.
Flight level 320, 008.
Yep, Lousy, I believe, does have a restriction.
320,
32, yeah.
Mr. 42 Charlie, contact Boston 134.7.
134.7, what's that 42 Charlie?
Oh, for some reason I got another stutter.
674 Boston. United 674 Boston.
Unit 674 here.
Delta 2213, clear direct Buffalo on the way. Delta 2213, direct Buffalo.
Boston had a net 674, did you call me?
Yeah, I called you twice.
Desk Center 3412, United 210.
Center Southwest, number 57, coming up on 360, still on heading 290.
Who's on heading 290?
Southwest, number 57, service 33, for response.
Southwest 2567, clear direct to Ashen, maintain flight level 380.
Ashen, 380, 57.
Cleveland Center, United 210, flight level 280.
United 210, Cleveland Center, run.
Okay, we're online with Cleveland Center now.
Consider the next to be on top in 5 minutes.
Roger.
Destination ATIS is 1.
JetBlue 1886, New York Center, 13217, 3217. Southwest 1414, New York Center, 132.17.
132.17,
Southwest 4001, New York Center, 132.17.
3217, Southwest 4001.
Cleveland Center, Region 123, flight level 370. Delta 1156, Cleveland Center on 125.2, good.
125.2 for Delta 1156.
Air Canada 2997, Boston, Cleveland Center 125.2.
125.2, Air Canada 2997.
United 280, United 210, Cleveland Center 125.2.
125.2, United 210.
Delta 5535, Boston Center 135.25.
That's 8111, climb maintain for level 270.
Up to 270 for next to 111.
Cleveland Center, United 210.
That's 210, Cleveland Center.
With you, flight level 280.
Hello? It's a 210, climb maintain for level 260.
260, gotcha.
Delta 1156, cross is to disregard.
Air Canada 2997.
Air Canada 2997, Cleveland Center, cross is to maintain 17 down, then Toronto on 202.994.
To maintain,
Toronto is 29904.
to maintain, Air Canada 2997, say again.
Air Canada 2997, east to maintain 17 down, and Houston. That's 8111, contact Cleveland Center 134.12.
12412, way last, thank you.
That's 8111, 13412, age 3412.
3412.
Here goes another stutter.
27.66.
Jet 210, climb maintain level 2, reduce speed 0.70, then climb maintain level 270.
Slow on the 0.7 and then up to what altitude? For 7.
Cleveland Center United 210, about 2 minutes from top of descent.
Cleveland Center, quarter 941 with you, climbing through 16,200 now, almost at half fun.
United 210, Cleveland Center cross is 10, out of maintain 17 down, then turn on 302, 9 fly 4.
Cross Easton at flight level 170, 299.4 on the Toronto Altimeter United 210. Easton, 17,000
Quarter 941, Cleveland Center, climb maintain level 250.
slash
250, once I get to APAC and I resume on navigation. Thank you, 945.
And altitude for Jet 210.
8 minutes. I need to lose it at 11,000 feet. 1,500 foot per minute descent. Okay, we can do that.
Center Jet 210. Well, we heard this contact Jet 210.
Jet 210, contact Cleveland Center 131.
We said 34.12 for Jet 210.
Acre is 1.
And breaking up on the, going over to 34.12 visit.
Okay, we're in our descent. We're crossing Easton, 17,000.
Super 87, Cleveland Center, climb maintain level 2. Acre is 27 up.
Okay, let's start thinking about what our weather is going to be. $294 is my altimeter. I just got a message.
Trying to go 110, contact Toronto Center 125.7710. Delta 115, just contact Cleveland Center 134.12 with you.
This was for Delta 1156.
Acre, Cleveland Center 134.12.
134.12, Delta 1156.
Yeah, it's 008 with you, flight level 280, speed restriction of a decimal something.
United 8, Cleveland Center. 126.15. 12615, Southwest 9063. Yeah.
I wonder if my scenery loading is causing the stutter. I updated to a new version of X-Plane.
Air Canada 1197, verify your direct load.
Let's see, I got a few messages here.
Air Canada 1197, verify your direct load.
Altimeter was 2.9 or 9 or 4. We'll get that configured. 2.9 or 9 or 4. Standby altimeter.
Super 687, contact.
9 or 9 or 4.
134.12.
Number 287.
Super 87, contact. Leland Center 134.12.
Yeah, 134.12 is Super 87, next.
Air Canada 1197, Cleveland Center.
Okay, Easton is my next fix down to, let's see, we're maintaining 330 on the speed. Back to my plate, see if I have any other speed restrictions.
United 8 cross Easton and maintain 17 down and cross Roger 2994.
Descent to Easton, what was the level there, sir? Sorry?
Easton 17 down, 17 down at Easton.
17,000 Easton, 900.
Lane 7,220 knots.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter, 2993.
United 25 contact Toronto Center 125.77 with the
Toronto Center 25.77. Good day, United 210. Toronto Center United 210, direct Easton, descending, flight level 170.
United 210, expect runway 24 right landing this evening, and you can descend 12,000 Toronto, altimeter 2994.
Expect runway 24 right descend 12,000, 299 altimeter for Toronto United 210. Okay, we are now going to descend.
Delta 535, right heading 180.
Delta 180, Delta 535.
12,000. Got a little bit of thunder going on. That's odd. Wasn't expecting right into Toronto.
461 Victor Golf, contact Cleveland Central 134.13, bye.
30.12 Victor Golf.
Jax 41 Tango, contact Cleveland to arrival 13, correction, Toronto arrival 132.8, goodbye. Jax 41 Tango, Toronto arrival 132.8, goodbye.
132.8, Jax 41.
In front of Airbeat 2041, where's your big one? Station Coolant, say again.
Airbeat 94. You want us to switch to Cleveland?
Airbeat 94, yeah, can you go to Cleveland on 134.12, please?
Very wonderful, I'll take Airbeat 94.
Get Westchester 69 at 10, left direct Avon now. Left direct to him, Westchester 669.
Here goes another stutter. To look at the logs and see what that is. Actually, I've got an external hard drive with all my ortho center in. I wonder if it's going to sleep when it's not being used and then it has to spin up when X-Plane loads new scenery. I might look at that afterwards.
535 further right heading 200. United 210 contact Toronto arrival 132.8, goodbye.
32.8, United 210.
2804 contact Toronto arrival 132.8, goodbye. 132.8 American 2004. Toronto Beijing American 2004 descending 12,000.
United 210, good day, 24 right, altimeter 2994, reduce speed 220 knots.
Reduce speed 200 knots, United 210.
That would be 220.
Oh.
American 28 Delta, then 8,000, speed 220 knots.
8,220 American 280 Delta.
Delta 4662, keep 220 knots or greater.
220 or greater, 4662.
Toronto arrival, United 210, descending flight level 12,000.
American 2804, confirm.
American 2804, we're descending down at 12,000.
Some weird looking lightning.
Delta 4662, descend 6,000.
Descend 6,000, 4662.
American 280 Delta, turn left heading 330.
Left 330, American 280 Delta.
American 2804 with the route.
Affirmative, American 2804 with you, descending down at 12,000.
American 2804, descend 8,000, runway 23, altimeter 2994.
8,000, runway 23, 2994.
Toronto arrival United 210, 12,000.
Yeah, 210, good day, speed 220 knots, and descend 8,000, altimeter 2994.
Speed 220, descend, maintain 8,000, 2994, United 210.
Delta 4662, arrival 12447.
2447, 4662, good night.
Arcana 146, are you with me?
Roger, Arcana 146, heavy.
Arcana 146, turn right at 180.
Right, heading 180, Arcana 146, heavy.
Chinix 41 Tango, what is that? 4,000.
That's full map, so it's full cycle, that's big restriction.
220 knots.
220 knots, time, full cycle.
Expecting 24 right.
Chinix 41 Tango, contact final arrival 12447.
Yep, the scenery load that's doing that.
American 280 Delta, turn right heading 090, descend 6,000. 090, 6,000, American 280 Delta. Air 146, speed of 160 knots or greater until long talk. Speed 160 or greater, Air 136.
Flaps 2.
American 20280 Delta, magnetic 110. 110, 280 Delta. American 2804, turn left, heading 040, expect a reverse next. Okay, heading 040, reverse next, heading 040. United 210, descend 6,000.
Send 6,000, United 210.
Toronto approach, Air Canada 1197, maintaining a 12000.
And United 210, just making the right turn to the downwind.
I'm in a left turn right now at the moment, United 210.
And 210, right turn 060.
Right turn 060, United 210.
And 2110, make it tight right turn 070. United 2110, tight right turn heading 070.
What's my frequency? It is 109.3.
Canada 146, heavy on the Allen.
109.3. Yep.
Air Canada 1197, turn level, runway 23, wind 180 with 12 on center 2994, descend 8,000.
Descend 8,000. Can we probably get 24 right?
Air Canada 1197, firm, runway 24, you can expect it.
Right, 24 right, touchdown zone 546. Approach course 237.
2804, proceed direct to Airbus. Direct to Airbus, American 2804. American 280 Delta, turn left 050, and contact final arrival 12447.
050 12447, American 280 Delta.
And Air Canada 146 Heavy on the LS for 23. Air Canada 146, call 12447. 12447.
What in the hell is my plane doing?
American 2804, reduce speed 210.
Well, he told me 060, so he's got me doing on 180.
210. Speed 210, American 2804.
He's trying to vector me in.
United 2110, heading 090. United 2110 on Toronto Run. American 2804, descent 6000.
24 right.
6000, American 2804. American 2804, contact final run 12447. 12447, American 2804. United 2110, Toronto arrival.
Is that for United 210 by any chance?
United 210, 8 bird, called you 5 times, turn right 110.
I heard 2110. Right 110, United 210. 10.
United 210, arrival 12447.
12447, United 210.
Right on. Yep, we're tracking slow, but we're in the descent, but we'll turn right 150, American 280 Delta.
Roger, just wasn't sure if I gave it to you or not.
Yep, no problem, American 280 Delta.
Arrival United 210, 6000.
United 210, good day, 24 right, fly heading 070 for now.
Heading 070, United 210.
Good. United 210, descend 3,000 feet, go grid down, please.
Descend, maintain 3000, United 210.
American 2804, reduce speed to 190 knots, sorry.
Speed 190, American 2804.
Thanks. American 280 Delta, right 210 to join, clear the other 23.
210 to join, clear Darrell, 23, American 280 Delta.
Speed brakes armed. Reducing 190.
Good evening, American Air Canada 1197 is passing 7,200
It's going to give me a left turn for the runway.
Canada 1197, good day, descent 3,000. Descent 3,000, Air Canada 1197. American 28 Delta, reduce to 160 knots, hold to on-talk.
160, hold on, talk, American 280 Delta.
United 210, turn left heading 020.
Left 020, United 210.
American 2804, flying 070.
Heading 070, American 2804.
American 1197, speed 190 knots. American 1197, speed 190 knots.
190 knots for Air Canada 1197.
Delta 4662, contact tower 187 today.
187, good work, 4662.
Thanks.
3000, pick me up, should pick up the localizer.
United 210, turn left heading 210.
Left heading 210, United 210.
United 210, correction heading 310.
310, United 210.
Thanks.
Scenery at night looks freaking awesome, by the way. Okay, this is probably going to be my intercept heading. Speed check. Gear down.
Okay, from your 30 LS23 approach.
Okay, we're clear on LS23 approach, American 280.
180, flex 10.
8150.
150, American 2804.
Yeah, 210, left 270 to join, 30 LS24 right.
Left heading 270, join ILS, cleared ILS 224 right.
American 1197, fly heading 050.
Fly heading 050, headed 1197.
American 2804, descend 3000.
3000, American 2804.
American 28 Delta, power 187, good day.
187, American 280 Delta, yes.
Yes. United 210, maintain speed 26, direction 160 knots or greater, NOAA.
Maintain 160 knots or greater, United 210.
American 2804, right 210 to join, 30 LS23 approach.
Right heading 210, clear ILS 23, American 2804.
American 1197, turn left heading 340. Left heading
24 right, we got the localizer.
10,097.
And 160 to NOAA.
United 210, contact tower 118.35, good day.
Tower 18.35, United 210.
American 1197, left turn heading 290.
Toronto Tower United 210, we've got the localizer 24 right.
United 210, Toronto, roger, United 1, continue approach.
Continue approach number 1, United 210. Okay, I am at flaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Maintain 160. We'll put more flaps down as we pass my fix. After NOAA, we'll be able to slow down to final approach speed. Got the glide slope. Gears down and locked. Flaps 25. Go to land 24 right, United 210. So we got our landing clearance.
Transit 6.
Winds are 180, so left to right crosswind.
Tower, are you with me, Thierry?
Got about a 4-degree crosswind correction. 1 mile from NOAA, maintaining speed. 1,500 feet off the ground, we should be. 0.6 from NOAA, so we should cross NOAA at 2,000. That's correct. Decision height 200 feet, AGL.
Transat 694, hold short 248.
And the 694 there, you are hold short 248 now.
Okay, final speed. Flaps. $40. Got our clearance, I'm not going to need paper anymore. 1,000 feet to go. This approach altitude set 3,000 feet. 800 AGL. Of course, another stutter. We're out of IFR conditions. Runway environment is in sight. 100 feet to go. Autopilot disconnect. Auto throttle off. Manual flying.
400.
Toronto Tower, 10-1197 on final island 24 right. 10-1197 Roger, your number 2, continue approach. Continue approach, Air Canada 1197. Toronto 694, able and immediate departure.
Confirm ready to go with, you can get us out.
Toronto 694, yeah, hold turn 2 for right.
20. Yeah.
On the ground. Reverse is set. Full reverse.
And 210 over to Toronto, exit right on Charlie 2 if able. Contact ground 11.9 sir. United 210. Never mind, exit right on Charlie 4, contact ground 11.9 there.
Right on Charlie 4, contact ground, decimal 9 United 210. He needs me to get off the road.
Correction. Air Canada 1197. Wind 20-012, clear line right 24 right. Clear that super right, Air Canada 1197.
Okay, give me,
And aircraft waiting in the Boston line, the ground stops there, released 8 minutes. Departures. You can expect to go now.
1219er is who he gave me. Ground United 210, Charlie 4, taxi to terminal.
Unit 210 miles to Toronto, turn right there, join Charlie Alpha, Alpha Lima to the apron.
Right turn, join Charlie Alpha, Alpha Lima to the apron, United 210.
Aircraft frequency appears that the Boston ground stop is in the process of transitioning to a current voice program.
What am I looking for? Here. No, don't need my strobes on. Okay, let's see here. So I need to taxi. Where am I at? I took 24 right in. So I need to join Charlie Alpha. Alpha Lima. Okay, sweet. So a right turn here. Flaps are stowed. Brakes released. And there goes the terminal out there.
Air Canada 739 on Toronto.
Cancer 39, stand by. Cancer 39, monitor, actually call North Bradley, location 5.
North Bradley,
Toronto ground, good evening. Air Canada has vacated off to for at Charlie for your taxi gate.
The scenery says I'm on Delta, but my flight charts tell me I'm on Charlie.
Air Canada 1197, welcome to Toronto. Taxi Charlie, Alpha, Lima Steve, at your discretion.
Charlie Alpha Lima to my discretion for Air Canada 1197.
Alpha Lima is on my right. Got an Air Canada on my right hand side. This isn't a United terminal, but I'm taking it. Brakes on. AP power. Engines off. Strobes off. Damper off. RS off. And we are at Toronto International Airport. It's another good day of flying. Go ahead and disconnect from the VATSIM network. Finishing the flight.
Disconnected from your channel.
Alright, power up's been filed. Let's check my messages real quick, see if I can answer any questions if there's any. see, Dave, I don't know if you're still listening or not, but yes, X-Plane can be a little bit challenging to set up with custom cockpit instruments and hardware. I'd say do a little bit of research before you make the full switch and try it out with the X-Plane beta before you buy a license. You'll be limited to, of course, one airport scenery, but at least you could fire the plane up and test all your instruments, make sure they work in X-Plane. Let's see. I think that's all the questions I had. Okay, looks good. So that was another Friday night ops on VATSIM for a good 2-hour flight, it looks like. What time is it? 7 o'clock. So yeah, that was about 2 hours from when I was ready to roll, from clearance all the way to landing. So what I'm going to do here, you're more than welcome to stick around, is I'm going to go into replay mode and just take a look at what the landing was. It's just something I like to do just to see if there's anything I can improve on. So you're more than welcome to stick around for that. Just make sure I'm disconnected. I am. And we'll save this flight. Flight saved, and we'll go into replay mode and check out this landing. Oh, what is it? Oh, I forgot Radeon overlay is the same hotkey. So we'll back up to our landing here.
1 mile final runway 24 right.
So it sounds quiet because I already shut down the engines in the sim. So it's just a little bit weird listening to the replays. But let's see here. It's probably a little bit dark on your side. I can see it a little better. I'm really loving the nighttime lighting and scenery with the changes I made. Like you can actually see the lighting from the headlights of the cars on the highways. You can hear the crickets at night. I didn't notice that while flying. Don't have my glide slope indicator, unfortunately, because the radios are off in the airplane. But it looks like we're maintaining 500 foot per minute descent, which is about normal. Have a slight crab to the left. If you wanted me to exit Charlie 4, man, that's a quick slowdown. I think that's Charlie 4 right there. Yeah, I just switched off to manual braking. I mean, that's a high speed turn off, so I probably could have made that. This isn't a very long runway from what I'm used to over at Denver. What was this again? I think that number is in meters, so I really don't know what that equates to in feet off the top of my head. So, alright, so that was the outside view. Let's check it one more time from the pilot view. Okay, this is 2,600 feet. That's when we captured the localizer. Or, I'm sorry, the glide slope. Here we go. This is 600 feet. So autopilot's about to come off.
500.
Let's do this so you can actually see what I'm landing at. There we go.
500.
Got a 4-degree crab to the left for the winds. 13 knot wind. Left to right crosswind.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 10.
64 knots. I could have made that high speed turn off. So it was a pretty good landing. Alright, I'm going to call that a night to make some dinner and start planning next week's Friday night off. So for anyone that wants to see me, I'm pretty much streaming X-Plane every Friday night from 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Central. And I'll be participating in what you call the Friday night operations on VATSIM. So there's usually an airport that's fully staffed on air traffic control. So I had ground control, clearance delivery, ground, tower, departure, center, all the way back down to ground control at the arrival airport. So it was full staffing tonight. Everything was pretty good. So I'd say that's a pretty awesome event. Next event, again, next Friday. Stay tuned for posts on the Facebook page on 737 Sim Project. As to further details as far as where I'm going and what the flight will be. And once I get 15 Friday night ops under my belt, I think I'm getting a badge, sort of like an event completion badge with my airline, Virtual United. So that's why I'm doing a lot of these Friday night ops. So y'all take care. Thanks for stopping by, and pop a follow on the Facebook page if you're interested in seeing notifications when I go live.